Hello and welcome to today's live coaching call and community conversation. It is Thursday, so we are going to talk about creating mindset shifts for ourselves as aging women living in today's world. Welcome if you are new here. My name is DYANN. I am the creator of the online course, The Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Women. We just had our August 2023 course members graduate. So if you're joining us today, make sure you give yourself some props in the comment section and congratulations for investing on you and your future self. I'm so proud of you. We are also opening up our midlife mindset shift course as well, which is our graduates community for all of our graduates from the intermittent fasting course. It is open this weekend as well. So if you're a graduate, please make sure you keep an eye on your inbox. You will get a personal information from me for you, to you, for us to hang out for the next couple of months together. So super excited about that as well. So today we're going to be talking about some little, maybe not so truthful things we do because we are in a season of menopause, whether that be perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, doesn't matter. We're going to group it all together as menopause. And why I think it is important that we stop lying to ourselves about some of these things that we are doing just because of menopause, right? Or because we are in this season of life. And, it can be pretty, convenient for us to use menopause as a means for a lot of the things that are ailing us. But the work that we're doing inside the Midlife Mindset Shift course program and community, we're really starting to tap in and uncover some of the things that are really holding us back that have just been not true, right? Once we uncover it and really realize it, we realize that we're just not being honest with ourselves. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. So I want you guys to treat today as a conversation that we're having, let's say, around my dining room table or maybe at my island. That's where we do a lot of hanging out here in our house. And I want you to just think about some scenarios that you've been in your life or some things that you've done in the past. And I really want this conversation today to be very interactive. So I'm going to ask some questions and I hope that we can get some group participation. If you are on YouTube, you must be subscribed to my YouTube channel in order to comment. That's a little ask I have so that you can participate in the live coaching here. And then Facebook, please make sure you're following as well so that you can be part of the conversation. I believe the more interactive we are in our life with these types of groups or just things that we have made a commitment to be involved in, the more we get out of them. And so I understand the tendency or that desire to kind of just meld in and not show up for ourselves. But I really do believe as an aging woman, a menopausal woman, and as a coach, that we get the best results for ourselves when we stand up for ourselves and take an active participatory role in where we are spending our time. So I'm going to ask that of you today. So I want you guys to put in the comment section, we'll number these. So number 1, have you ever participated in some sort of food type of program? We'll call it a diet, where you got results and then you quit the program and then you blamed it on the program for the fact that your results went away. So number 1, yes, you've done that before. I want you to put a number 2 in the comment section if you participated in, let's say, a fitness challenge and you got amazing results in the fitness challenge and then you were satisfied. So you stepped away from the fitness challenge and then you lost the results from the fitness challenge and you ended up going back to the way you were before you started that. So 1 is a diet program and 2 is a fitness program. So put that in the comment section so I'll kind of know where we're starting from here. And if maybe you've never done that before, then, you can just skip that part of the conversation today. The reason I want to ask that is because this also holds true with what we want for ourselves today as menopausal women, right? We jump into something, we get results, we feel satisfied, then we leave the thing and the results go away. And then our tendency is to blame the thing that we did that got us the original results. That is also what I like to call just a lie, right? Because if something gets us results one time, it can in fact get us results again, or the results can stay consistent if we keep showing up. So with what we do here in this community with creating an intermittent fasting lifestyle for ourselves that allows us to look and feel our best, and this is the part I want to asterisk, and live our most authentic life, I want you to think about how authentic you are really living your life. Because authenticity comes when we show up serving our best self to ourselves, right? We're not making up excuses. We're not telling those little lies to ourselves about why it is we aren't successful at something. We're not walking away from something once it worked for us and we have the proof that it worked for us. We are staying true to what it is that we say that we really want. So we had this conversation inside of our midlife mindset shift course and community live coaching call on Thursday. And we talked about there's a space, like it's kind of a gray area, right? Between what it is we say we want and what it is that we say that we really want. And all that space is us justifying how we are going to not do the things that are going to get us what we want, because what we really want is kind of like the harder decision, right? It's a thing that we have to stick to no matter what. And oftentimes the thing that we want is the easy, quick fix, dopamine hit, immediate gratification. And so we have all these justifications in between that are going to actually keep us from what it is that we say that we really want. The reason I want to talk about this for us in the season of menopause is that there are a lot of things that we blame menopause for. And yeah, there's some things that we have legitimate reason to blame menopause for, but not everything, right? You don't have to stop working out because you're transitioning through menopause. You don't have to stop taking care of yourself. You don't have to, gain weight that you don't want. Like there's a lot of things that we can do, but the thing that we want and the thing that we really want, we have to be able to close the gap on that so that we aren't just telling ourselves a series of lies that are justifying where we are and why it is we're feeling so miserable in this season of life. And yes, sometimes it does take having to invest in some things and really, put both feet on the ground. I say this all the time, put both feet on the ground and put a line in the sand. And like, there is nothing that's going to keep me from what it is that I say that I want. The justification that we have in our head and these little pity parties that we throw for ourselves and all the blame that we tend to throw around are really just the thoughts that are going on in our brain that we haven't connected to the thing that we really want for ourselves. Nothing should keep you from that. And if you're hanging out here, right, in this community, what we really want as women, regardless of whatever season we are in, is to look and feel our best by our definition. We don't want to spend any more time beating ourselves up or playing the blame game with ourselves or living in this like sense of guilt and remorse about decisions that we made when we weren't focused on the really part, right? On that really part, no matter what, this is what I'm going to get from myself because I want to see my future self showing up, looking a certain way, acting a certain way, having opportunities to participate in certain things. And because of that, I'm going to stick to this thing. And what I want us to also focus on here today is, and again, this is if you're in my midlife mindset shift course, this is just going to be a refresher for you. We talked about the difference between going all in, going 100% in on you versus just settling for 99%. And you're probably like, yeah, but Diane, it's only 1%. But that 1% is that area where we live in this messy middle of conflict, and we live in this messy middle of doubt, and we live in this messy middle of guilt, and we live in this messy middle of, I don't know why everybody else is XYZ and I'm the only one that's not, right? And so I want you to really think about how it is you want the next year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, whatever it is you're blessed to have on the face of this earth left for you as a woman. I want you to really think about how it is in this season of life, in menopause, you can be totally honest with yourself about what it is you want for yourself that is in that really category, and how it is you're going to get that no matter what. We have to really stop worrying about what other people are telling us we are allowed and not allowed to do because of our age, or let's even be more specific, because of our gender also, right? Are capable of doing anything we put our mind to. First and foremost is taking care of ourselves. We are fully capable of doing that. Stop using the excuses of I don't know what to eat, or the feasting part is hard and the fasting part is easy. Feasting's not hard, people. You just eat food. You eat the food that you know works for you. How do you know if it works for you? You stop lying to yourself, right? If you eat something and it makes you look and feel your best, that's the food that works for you. Don't care what anyone else says. If you're eating food that knocks you off your feet, or makes you feel bloated, or makes your stomach hurt, or makes you feel fatigued, or makes you feel depressed or anxious, why are you eating that food? Why? Why would you waste a day of your life making those kind of decisions for yourself? Again, this is what I want, and this is what I really want, and the space in between where we negotiate with ourselves is keeping us from living our best life. We can't afford to do that anymore. We don't have the time to sit around in a pity party that we have created for ourselves. It's time to put both feet on the ground and show up for yourself 100% so that you can be your most authentic self. That starts with you. What is it that you are saying that you want? How is it that you want to show up for your family? How is it that you want to show up for your grandkids? Your grandkids are not the reason that you need to have snacks at 10 o'clock in the morning. The grandkids are what you're using as an excuse to do that. Grandkids aren't going to care if you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at 10 o'clock in the morning. They're only going to care that you're spending time with them and you're happy and you're attentive, right? So we got to stop making up those excuses as well. Define for yourself what it means to be your most authentic self. In the comment section, if you know what it means to show up for you as you being your most authentic self, I need a yes in the comment section. If it's a no, I want you to spend some time this weekend figuring that out, because when you really define who you are and what you want, and you start showing up in that way, you stop lying to yourself. And for so many of us in our 20s, in our 30s, maybe even in our 40s, I'm in my 50s, I'm about to be in my 60s. Like at some point we have to stop playing these games, right? And I know for in our 20s or our 30s or maybe even our 40s, there was a lot of us that we couldn't really be selfish about because we were being moms, or we were being caretakers, or we were being wives, or whatever it was that we were doing. And we often put ourselves second, which is also why for so many of us in this season of life, we don't even know how to be our true selves because we had to be something for someone else for so long. For a lot of us, myself included, those days are coming to an end, right? We get to be selfish. We have to learn how to do that in a very authentic way so that we can start to be honest with ourselves. I believe, despite whatever things about menopause I am unhappy with, or you might be unhappy with, this is our season. This is our time to stand up and do us the best way we know how to do us. And if we're not sure yet what the best way is, take the time to figure that out, because time flies by, right? We don't have a lot of time to waste. So we got to get it right. And I think menopause is that season that so many of us women have to be honest with ourselves. What do you like to do? What do you enjoy doing? How do you make that possible for yourself? What kind of resources do you need? If you're on my email list, you know I sent an email out yesterday about the financial benefits of living this lifestyle. Like, I think it's one of the most advantageous parts of this lifestyle that we just don't talk about a lot because everybody wants to burn belly fat and everybody wants to lose weight and everybody wants to have all those other things that are so aesthetic. But man, can you imagine if you can just be healthy and you don't have to spend a bunch of time at the doctor's office and you don't have to spend a bunch of times on prescription or money on prescription medication, and you're not constantly like weighed down by all the things that you have to do because you're sick and you're run down. Like, what if you get to just for the first time have some extra money, right, for yourself to do the things that you want to do, or dress the way that you want to dress, or create some sort of side hustle that you want to do that you never had the opportunity to do because you were so busy with other things. Now is our time, but you have to start from a place of being honest with yourself. Menopause is that second wind that we get. It's the second chance that we get as women to really show up looking and feeling our best and living our most authentic life. And I know that that's a saying that I kind of beat into the ground, but it is really the way I live my life and the way I want all of you to live your life as well. You have to start being honest with yourself. We do not have to put ourselves in harm's way to prove that things are harmful to us. We have already done those things. Now is the time to step into your power and really learn how to start taking care of yourself. And we are going to be doing that here on Thursdays, y'all. This is my jam. I love talking about mindset shifts. I love talking about women empowering women. I love talking about women empowering themselves. I love this opportunity that we have in our world today for women to have an opportunity to stand in their power. And I'm telling you, you cannot do it if you're sick and broken down. You cannot do it if you're not being honest with yourself. You cannot do it if you don't know how to take care of yourself first. So we are going to work on that here. Like I said, I love this stuff. It is the foundation of the intermittent fasting for today's Aging Woman course, even though we talk about a lot of other things. And it is the foundation of everything that I live for in my own life and what I live for as a coach for all of you as well. And I'm so happy to have you guys on this journey with me. So do some work, do some deep diving. What's holding you back from you living your most authentic life? Don't let it be diabetes. Don't let it be high cholesterol. Don't let it be because you can't move around fluidly in your life. Those are limiting beliefs that we know in today's world we can reverse and we can get our full self back. And that's what we want to work on. We want to get our full self back. In the comment section, let me know if you are fully living your most authentic life. If you need some help with living your most authentic life, you got to jump into class with us, or you got to make sure that you're coming here on Thursdays and participating with us in the comment section. And then I want you to think this weekend before you make a decision about doing something. I want you to ask yourself, is this going to serve me in where it is I say I really want to go? And if it's a no, you move on to the next decision-making process. If it's a yes, then you're heading yourself into the right direction and you will have no regrets and you are living your life in the most authentic way. You're being very honest with yourself, and you get to do all of that while we're living in the season of menopause, which I absolutely love, because guess what, girls? There's no turning back. Okay, so let me see who we have here today. Make sure that you've subscribed. Make sure that you've liked. Make sure that you're following. You guys, this is how we get this information out there. This is how we stay alive here in YouTube and Facebook. The more women that we can bring in, the more women that we can help. I always say it, the better the world is going to be. So we are changing the world with changing us. And we want to make sure that we are sticking true to that as well. Okay, so my girl, Tamavia, I think it is. Tammy, that is, thank you for shortening that for me. Third day on 24 and feel great. Amazing what a proper mindset could do for you. Like, who knew, right? Feeling comfort in the state of hungry is a life-changing motto for me. Thank you. Thanks a lot, dear Diane. Well, my friend, thank you for trusting me with you. I never take that lightly. And I'm glad that you decided to just go 100% and jump in with us and do the work for you, because it just gets better from here. Okay, I'm putting in the comment section, because we are a motto community here, our shop link, because our shop is open. You can snag yourself a mantra that you can wear as a reminder of the commitment that you have to you and your community here. We have the When in Doubt, Fast It Out. We also have Hungry's Where the Magic Happens, community crew necks, because we all know that, when you're fasting, you just get cold. Or, when you're inside in the air conditioning, you just get cold. So grab yourself a community crew neck. It is warm, it is fuzzy, and it is my way of sending you a big, fat, warm hug. So make sure you grab one while our store is open. Nancy, Diane, I was a teacher and had to grade you on your coaching. You would get 100 plus. You're dedicated and loyal to your students. Everyone should take the class, Fasting for 20 Hours and Feasting Easy. Girl, I love that. And, I love teaching. I don't think I could have made it well as a teacher, but I love the opportunity that I get to take that passion that I have for teaching in this format. I was a group fitness instructor. I've been a running coach. I've been a nutrition coach. Now I'm a fasting mindset coach. I do love what I get to share and how I get to share it here in this community. So I appreciate that from one teacher to another. That is the best compliment you could give. So I appreciate you for sharing your thoughts on that. Charmin, greetings from Colorado. The leaves are starting to change. Sis, what is up with that? We have this amazing little forest over here in our backyard, and the leaves are already falling here too. What the heck? It's still, well, let's see, what is it today? It's only 98 today. So still hot, but yes, we're seeing a little bit of fall kick in as well. I bet it's absolutely gorgeous there. Thank you for the reminder to do the thumbs up. I don't see any thumbs up on my end, so I don't know if it's just something that I can't see or it's something you guys aren't doing, but can you just hit that little thumbs up? If you can't hit it now, go back to the replay and go hit it for me. Again, I can only do so much to get this information out into the internets. You guys are really the part of what I get to do and how we get to send this out to so many other people. Your participation in hitting the thumbs up button and really hitting that subscribe button does help us, like I say, stay alive here on YouTube and Facebook, and I appreciate it more than you know. The other thing I wanted to say too is when you subscribe to someone's YouTube channel, it's not a commitment to anything, right? You're going to get shown what it is that YouTube decides you need to see. So the subscription is just for me. It's a thank you to me. And it does, on my end, make what I do here more, I don't know what you want to say. It's a perceived thing, right? And so the more subscriptions that we get, the more our channel just looks and feels like it's doing its job. And so I appreciate the subscription. And again, it's just a way of you being able to give me a big thank you for showing up to serve you. And then I get to appreciate you for doing the extra thing. So I appreciate it. Ruthie, good morning from Wyoming. Girlfriend, I bet you were seeing a little bit of fall there as well. Nancy, greetings from Pennsylvania, October 22 grad. Girlfriend, you're coming up on a year anniversary. Congratulations. 35 pounds down. Y'all, that is the real deal. Diane is such an amazing inspiration to me, and I'm sure she will be to all of you too. Oh, thank you, my friend. I love it. A year. So you have to make sure you come back. Well, you come back pretty regularly, so I'll have to say that to you. But we want to celebrate you on your 1 year anniversary for sure. And this is one of the things that I, again, think people take too lightly about our community is that when you go all in, when you create a lifestyle that it does allow you to look and feel your best and do that in your most authentic way, you don't leave it. I asked in the beginning, have you done things before, diets or fitness things that you have done, you've committed to, you get the results, you feel satisfied, and then you leave the thing and then the results all go away. We don't create that kind of environment here because I'm not dictating to y'all what you need to do. I give you the space and the grace to design your own life based on you just being honest with yourself. If you do this thing and you don't feel good, why are you doing this thing? And maybe we should look into some alternatives, right? And so when there's not all these hard, fast rules and someone pointing their finger at you, telling you you have to do it one way or the highway, then you are more willing to stick to this lifestyle because you created it. It's your creation and you get to be very proud of that. So Nancy, we love it, girlfriend. And we love that you are so consistent with what you're doing. Lynn, we survived the hurricane, fasted through it as usual. It's a stress trigger, but this time I found calm in the storm. Thanks for all you do to encourage this lifestyle, Diane. Yeah, for sure, girlfriend. And I'm glad that you got through the hurricane, and everything's okay with you. That's the other thing that I love about this lifestyle is there's nothing that I'm worried about when it comes to food, right? Like There could be a storm. There could be a power outage. There could be days where we don't have access to things. We got water. We're fine. Like, we don't need anything else. And there's a hidden comfort and confidence in that, when you don't have to be stressed out about where your next meal is coming from. You're going to be fine. And yeah, like, if you would have ate through the entire hurricane, would it have changed anything? No. You would have come out of the hurricane feeling bummed out, probably feeling sick, feeling super tired, probably regretting what you did. And now you get to come out of something that could have been really bad. I'm sure it was scary, but you've come out of it with no new problems. You haven't created any new problems, and you just to go about your life. And now you get to have this sense of empowerment because you stayed true to yourself. And so, girlfriend, I'm super proud of you. Jackie, new to your community in my second week of 24, have been doing IF since January 2022, 16.8, lost 25 plus pounds, had hip surgery and got away from it. Now I'm in my second week of 24 and I love it. Girlfriend, I'm glad you're back. Like, that's all that matters, right? You just come back. One of the things that I really want us to change our mindset on is why we leave fasting, right? Why is it? And again, this goes back to the first question I asked. So if you got really great results and you're feeling super energized and you understand the benefits of autophagy and self-healing on the inside and your body deciding the hierarchy of healing, why do we decide to walk away from that when things happen? Right now, I get, like, if you have to have surgery, you have to do things by the hospital protocol or whatever. But like, I've heard so many things, so many reasons, right? And again, I think this is the honesty part. So many reasons why women have walked away from this lifestyle. My dog got sick. I'm stressed out because my husband lost his job. My mom had to move in and now we're caring for her. We moved across the country. So I stepped away from intermittent fasting. Like, why? Those are all perfect times to lean into it, right? Because you're going to have the confidence, you're going to have the energy, you'll have the energized sense of calm. You're not mindlessly eating, you're not doing harm to yourself. Like, you don't have problems now you have to undo. Like, I want to encourage everyone here. And again, this is a mindset shifting. Stick to your fasting lifestyle no matter what. Use it as the tool to get you through a hard time. Even with like having surgeries and being in the hospital and those kind of things. Yeah, okay, you have to do what the hospital staff says to do. Like they know, right? They know how to take care of you for surgery and recovery and all that, but they don't know you nutritionally. And they're going to bring you some popsicles and some pudding and God knows what they're going to feed you in the hospital. But once you leave, like, do your own thing, right? You don't have to stay on a fed cycle because you're recovering. Let your body have the opportunity to utilize the resources available to it, energy wise, to heal yourself from the inside out and not have to stop and process food. And then oftentimes, if we're not in the right mental and emotional state, we don't even pick the right things to eat. We just eat whatever is going to make us, quote unquote, feel better. And it's usually emotionally and not physically. So my challenge to you is, if you find yourself in a bind, lean into the fast, which is why we have this shirt right here. That's exactly what this means. When in doubt, just fast it out. You'll be much better for it. Okay, here's all the numbers here. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 2. Yes. So 1 was the diet you walked away from, even though you got results. And 2 was the fitness you walked away from, even though you got results. Yeah, right. Why are we doing that to ourselves? Tammy, I've done everything to lose weight, even several surgeries. In fact, have a gastric bypass and debate. And despite all of it, I'm 256 pounds. Yes. Here's why what we teach here in this community and why what I teach inside the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course is so powerful. I ask you to lead yourself. I don't want you to become a follower of me. I want you to make informed decisions about the life that you want to live. That's the authentic part. I have no idea what's going to allow you to look and feel your best. You're the only one that can do that. You might not like broccoli with roasted chicken. Who am I to tell you that's what you have to eat to be successful? Because that's just not true, right? And so I think, Tammy, the thing that you missed in all of those experiences, you missed the opportunity to think for yourself. Someone else was thinking for you. And then when those people go away, we don't know how to think. So we have to go back to thinking for ourselves. And when we think for ourselves, again, let's come back to the honesty part of things. we have to be honest, right? Or it's going to catch up with us. And the more we start to learn that and tap into that, the more powerful we become. So, Tammy, the one thing that I'm going to really, really ask you to do is just think. Does this work for me? Does this make sense for me? Can I live this out for the rest of my life? And if you can answer yes to those, then you're going to be successful with this for sure. Kathy, yes, so needed to hear this today after a summer of moving, tons of company, and too much overindulgence. Thanks, Diane. Yeah, you're welcome, Kathy. And just jump in, right? Today's the day. You draw the line in the sand. You get right into this lifestyle. You don't wait for Monday. You don't wait for tomorrow's the first of the month. So that doesn't apply. Start tonight. You start your feasting tonight. You end your feasting tonight, and you decide how long you're going to fast tomorrow. 2 questions we ask ourselves in this community every single day. Actually, we should ask 3. How long am I going to fast today? How well am I going to feast today? And how honest am I going to be about these choices I'm about to make? You have to answer those for yourself. No one else can do that for you because no one else knows what your day is like. So, girlfriend, we can't wait to hear how you're feeling in about a week. Labrada, yes, it is true. If I've stopped working, it is because we stopped doing what we need to do to feel our best. Yes. Why do we do that to ourselves? We have to be honest about that. Angela, I've been on every fad diet and exercise program. I feel I have gained and lost 1,000 pounds over the years. IF and 24 has unlocked the control over my weight loss. No more struggle. And that's because you're taking control of your own life for sure. I know, one of the struggles that I've had kind of personally with menopause is, my physique, right? I'm like, why can't I just get back to where I was, 20 years ago or whatever? And then when I really sit down and I'm honest with myself, there were a lot of really dumb things that I did back in the day to look a certain way or weigh a certain way. And I'm not willing to do that today. I'm not willing to put myself through that today. And so I have to look through a different lens, right? Of here's where I'm at today. I have no health problems. I'm 58 years old. I've reversed a lot of things that crept up on me when I wasn't paying attention. I'm running better than I ever have in years. I'm very confident. Like, I'm happy. Like, of course, there's always going to be these little nuisances or whatever that hang around, but we can even manage that, right? And so I think that's where the honesty part comes too, is like we have to look through the lens that's in front of us, right? And we can't look through those lenses from the past because I wasn't happy with myself then, and I was doing really desperate, probably unsafe things, and I still wasn't happy. So why would I be any different today? Well, I have to be different today, right? Because I'm not willing to do those things, and I don't want to spend any more of my time being dissatisfied with me. So I wake up looking and feeling my best that I can feel on any given day, and I do that most authentically so I don't have any doubt. I'm being as honest as I can every single day, and I want you guys to do that as well. Vidya, I love doing IF every day, and I'm very positive that it's helping me, and I know it will continue to help me through menopause and other health problems. Yeah. Or maybe no health problems, right? If you're consistently doing things that are true to you and you're honest about them, then maybe you won't have any health problems. Like, we're not supposed to decline as we age. We are not supposed to have health problems as we age. Here's another little fun fact. Maybe you're not in menopause yet. One of my friends just graduated from our August 2023 class, and she messaged me yesterday and she said she had her menstrual cycle and it was the easiest one she's ever had, and like no problems, no pain. She wasn't knocked out. Yeah, we're not supposed to be knocked off our feet because we're women. Like, that's lifestyle. Those are things that we've kind of got conned into believing that, we're supposed to be drugged up, 5 to 7 days out of every month to manage being a woman. No, we're not supposed to work that way. And so menopause isn't supposed to be knocking us off our feet either. What if you didn't have to have any health problems? Like, ask yourself that and see how honestly you can answer that. Maybe you won't have any. Angela, 57 and the hot flashes stopped 2 weeks into IF. I'm 70 plus pounds down. Since January, the dynamic energy is so motivating. I feel unstoppable. And you are unstoppable, my friend. And remember from Monday, Angela's the one that was hit by a car and she's unstoppable, has so much energy, lost weight, hot flashes are gone. You all can reverse things, right? If my girl Angela can come back from a car accident, we can come back from some things just because of menopause, right? We don't have to be stopped. Smith Johnson, I love hearing you empower women. Our health, our authenticity, and are all looking and feeling our best. Thanks for pumping me up with such great questions to look within. Yes, we have to, right? We have to put us on the forefront. I share this a lot, and we talked about it on Monday during our mindset shift call. We should be our own hobby, right? We should be our own hobby. Yeah, it's great. You're out playing pickleball and you got the cute shirt and the new trendy racket or whatever. But what are you investing in you? Like, what kind of investment are you making in you? Yeah, the pickleball stuff is great, but you got to stay healthy for that, right? You got to have the energy for that. And are you really investing in you time-wise, energy-wise, financially, so that you can have the next 50 years be your absolute best years? We got to invest in ourselves. Okay, so there's the link to grab yourself a shirt. It's the best way for me to give you a hug, honestly. It is the most cozy crew neck ever. I wear mine almost every day in some way, shape, or form. I have every color, every saying. And so go grab yourself a shirt for sure. Bridget, through this, I'm learning to live my most authentic life, but 66 years of having the wrong mindset, I worry about sliding. Today's a good day. Bridget, you are going to slide. That's part of being honest with ourselves. You're going to have slip ups. You're going to slide. I still have conversations in my head that I have to talk myself out of things, right? Or convince myself of things or pump myself up. You are not perfect. You are a work in progress, and it does take time to undo things, but we don't want to lull around in the fixing part of it. We just want to pick ourselves up. We want to move out of situations that aren't working for us as quickly as possible and just get on with what it is that we say that we want. So allow the opportunity for yourself to not be perfect. Perfection is not even a real thing, and it's exhausting to try to attempt. Just catch yourself. The more you catch yourself before you go too far, the easier it is to catch ourselves and then get out and move into a different direction. So I think that what happens to most of us is we're not being honest with ourselves, one, and two, we lull around in the pity party for too long. Acknowledge, move on. Acknowledge, move on, and then get on with what it is that you say that you want for yourself. Don't lull around in the pity party, Bridget. No lulling. Angela, hit the like, share with those you love, and jump into class. It's time to take your life back, ladies. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm twisting arms, Angela, to get women to invest in themselves and to really do something so simple and so life-changing. And I know a lot of it is fear, right? They're afraid they're not going to be successful, or they're afraid they're going to quit. Well, don't limit yourself by those things. Just go 100%. Go in 100% and give yourself the best opportunity to be successful. Charmin, I'm living my most authentic life. 58 pounds gone. 51 to reach my stretch goal. Girl, you are crushing it. 58 pounds gone. The 51 part is just going to come. Just go live your most authentic life, make really informed decisions, stay honest with yourself. If you just do those things, girlfriend, you don't even have to manage the weight. The weight will come off because your body doesn't want to hold on to that. So you just focus on you, my friend, and it'll all fall into place. Sean, I lost my menopause weight by beginning a life of eating low carb, but the intermittent fasting combined with my new way of eating is a perfect combination. Thank you for the great message today. You're welcome, girlfriend. Sounds like you are finding what works for you. Nancy, you are so right. Doing me 100%. No one can do you better than you. No one can do you better than you. Cookie, the mind shift is serious. It is serious. And I think this generation specifically, I would say the 40 to like the 40 and beyond age, right? We didn't really grow up with this. And so I think getting to this stage, not understanding the power of creating your own mindset shifts when you've decided it's time to shift. When you when you can buy into that and you start practicing it, is so powerful. And here's the other thing I love about the work that we are doing here. There are girls and women coming up behind us that are going to see us move in our space in a different way. And they're going to see us do us, and they're going to see us make informed decisions, and they're going to see us being authentic, and they're going to see us moving into our own power, and they're going to model that, right? How many of us have modeled what our moms were doing or our grandmothers were doing? And for some of us, it didn't work out so good. And so we get to be the new model of what women coming up in the ranks are going to be for the ones coming up behind us. And that excites me as well. A whole new generation of women. Deborah braved the scale after a week, 8 pounds down. I am just amazed. Well, Deborah, I'm super happy for you, but I can tell you that I'm not amazed because it happens all the time inside of class. The first week, I say, it's on my intermittent fasting sales page, within the first 7 days, right? Something is going to change. Something is going to shift for you. And girlfriend, thank you for backing up my sales page. 1 week, 8 pounds down, it's magic. Now it just gets better from here. You refine, you rinse, repeat. Pay attention to week 2 and week 3, because those are the mindset shifts about how it is we manage our food and how it is we move into the feasting aspect of this. And girlfriend, you are going to be smooth sailing. Lynn, I don't know what else you were going to say. I'm jumping for joy. Good. Deborah, go all in. Just stay with that attitude. It gets better over time. And I know there were some things we talked about in our consult call that make this losing this 8 pounds even better for you. So I'm so happy for you. And I'm so proud of you. And I want to tell you, thank you from the bottom of my heart for trusting me with you and your future self. It just gets better from here. Now you get to just stick with us as a graduate soon. You'll be graduated in 2 weeks. Okay, that's all I got today. You guys do you. Be honest with yourself, especially in this season of menopause. It is more important than ever. It's never the thing that you decided to do that got you amazing results that was the problem. It was how you thought once you got the results that were the problem. And if something's working for you, stick with it. There's nothing better than you getting results and you getting what it is you say you really want. Stick with that mindset for sure. Have a great weekend. I sent you home, sending you off with some homework, right? Are you being really authentic in how it is you're living your life? Are you staying true to what it is you say that you really want? And are you showing up 100% for you? You've got to ask yourself those questions this weekend. Have a good one. I'll see you guys back here on Monday. Thanks for hanging out with me today.